Hi everyone, Petrik here. For today's video, it will be my January book haul. So in the month of January, I got 7 physical books. But before I show you the 7 physical books that I got, I just want to say something first. Right now, book mail or book haul is kinda stressing me out. Not actually about creating a video for book haul, but about books taking even longer than usual for them to arrive to my place. I mean, I live in Indonesia, so yeah, that's kind of a guarantee for international book mail to arrive really slow to my place. But it's getting worse. Right now, there are about, the one that I know, there are about 30 physical books on their way to me right now. It's all accumulated since the month of September. Some actually goes to the month of July. Yeah, I still have The Empire's Ruin by Brian Staffley, the US edition, which was released in July. Yeah, and it still hasn't arrived to my place. This is crazy, and honestly, it's kind of stressing me out. Right now, I really don't know when they will actually arrive. I hope it's really soon. Maybe all of them will arrive in the month of February. I have no idea. But I really hope it will be soon, because these aren't just books that I bought, but also books that were sent to me by publisher, the one that I know of, and also the one that's sent to me by self-published authors. I don't want them to get lost. Well, to be honest, book mail to my place rarely get lost, but they just, well, like right now, take a long time to arrive. So yeah, sorry for ranting a bit here. Please wish me luck that these books will arrive to my place soon, because there are so many books that I anticipated here. But yeah, that's always one of the burden of becoming an international reader. But yeah, enough about me complaining. I'm going to show you now all the 7 physical books that I got within this month. And the first one is The Hidden Girl and Other Stories by Ken Liu. Yeah, this is the second collection of short stories and novella by Ken Liu. I have read this one 2 years ago, I think, and I really enjoyed this. I don't think this was as good as The Paper Menagerie and Other Stories, but yeah, this is still pretty good. And if you haven't read Ken Liu, I highly recommend you to give, not Dandelion Dynasty, because I haven't read Dandelion Dynasty, but I've heard a lot of amazing things about the Dandelion Dynasty. But I just want to say that if you really want to try Ken Liu's prose, read his short story. They are incredible. I don't usually enjoy reading short story, but Ken Liu's short stories and novella, they are all pretty good. Almost all of them are pretty good, especially The Paper Menagerie. That's 15 pages that will make you cry. Yeah, 15 pages to make you cry. Imagine that. But really, it is that heartbreaking, it is that emotional, in my opinion. I received this one from my co-blogger. Thank you so much, Haifa. And honestly, I'm not too much of a fan of the cover art, but the polka dot is kind of cute, I guess. Look at this. And this is the design. Yeah, a lot of polka dots here. But yeah, I still think that The Paper Menagerie and also the Dandelion Dynasty, all of them have a much better cover art than this. But I'm still very glad to have this one, because that means if The Veiled Throne will actually arrive to my place, come on, as soon as possible, well, that will mean that I own every physical book by Ken Liu. And then the second book that I got is Of Darkness and Light by Ryan Cahill. I really enjoyed Of Blood and Fire and also The Fall. The Fall is the prequel novella to the entire series. I really enjoyed that novella. And I also enjoyed reading Of Blood and Fire. I think it's a classic fantasy that's told with a modern voice. And you all know by now that I'm a huge fan of that kind of fantasy book. And this is the sequel. So far, the sequel, this is the special Advanced Readers Edition. That's why the title isn't here. Heroes will rise and nations will burn. And at the back, hold on, this is the spine. At the back, it looks like this. What does it say? Mia Nitir Til Diar. I have no idea what that means. I think it's My Life to Yours, if I'm not mistaken. But also this edition comes with a new updated map. It's beautiful. And also, as usual, just like the previous book, there are interior artworks. I think in this one we have two. Hold on, I'm going to show you now. This is the first one. Ta-da! Look at this. So gorgeous, right? And this one, as usual, is illustrated by the brother of Brian Cahill, Aaron Cahill. Yeah, I'm going to show you one more. It is at the middle of the book. And I think this one is the best art done for the series so far. Ta-da! I love this artwork so much. It's so beautifully drawn. And this is the ARC edition, right? And it currently only has 2 artwork inside this book, but in the final hardcover edition, it will have 4. So in total, there will be 4 interior artworks by Aaron Cahill. And also, I think this is such a great bonus. The final edition will actually have a recap, a detailed recap of the first book. And I think that's such a great thing to include. Seriously, if you have a summary of the previous book in your sequel, it's more likely that I will pick up the sequel as soon as possible, and I will actually read Of Darkness and Light as soon as possible. I think Ryan Cahill has mentioned that he will send me the physical hardcover edition as well. But if I'm not patient, maybe I will end up reading this sooner, because this one has been gaining a lot of great reviews and great ratings. And after that, the remaining book mail that I got is pretty much all of them are Brandon Sanderson. Yeah, the first one, this is a Steelheart. Yeah, Steelheart by Brandon Sanderson. This is the first book in the Reckoners trilogy. And of course, I also got, a Firefight. Yeah, this is the second book in the Reckoners trilogy. And lastly, Calamity. Yeah, this is the third and final book in the Reckoners trilogy. So I haven't read this. Not sure when I'm going to read the Reckoners yet. I think I'm going to end up reading the Rhythmatis first. Yeah, I already bought the Rhythmatis, but well, it haven't arrived yet. Hopefully soon. But knowing how much I love Brandon Sanderson's book, even though I did mention that I don't think I will be reading Sanderson's YA books or his middle grade books. But Brandon Sanderson has always been one of my favorite authors of all time, and I will end up reading all of his books. So I have no idea when I'm going to read this yet. I have actually read the prologue to Steelheart, because this is my fiance got me the Reckoners trilogy, and she said that the prologue to this one is very good. So you know what, I might as well give it a try just to give a tester. And she's right, the prologue to Steelheart is incredible. Hopefully the rest of the book will be too, because I'm usually quite wary about YA books that the characters might end up being too whiny and infuriating for me. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes that happens. I look forward to reading this one day. I'm not sure when yet. I don't think it will be anytime soon. Definitely not within this year, and definitely not within next year. And then the last 2 books that I got in the month of January, you have seen this in my unboxing video, but I'm going to show it again, because this is gorgeous. This is The Well of Ascension, the Dragonsteel edition by Brandon Sanderson. Ta-da! Look at the gold here. Ooh, so shiny, so beautiful, right? I really love this edition. As I constantly said, Mistborn trilogy is a precious trilogy for me, and I'm really glad to finally own this edition. This one, The Well of Ascension, is sent to me by my co-bloggers. Again, my co-bloggers are an amazing group of people, and I have been talking with my co-bloggers for more than 5 years now. Yeah, it is amazing, really. And yeah, it has a lot of artworks. This is the cover art to The Well of Ascension, done by John Foster. This one is done by Chris McGrath, and this one is done by Sam Weber. I really loved all this cover art. This is the one done by Sam Green. This is the Japanese cover art. And then this is the Chinese cover art by Jian Guo. I have shown these artworks in my unboxing video, and again, I just want to show these two because I really love these 2 artworks. This one is done by Charles Tan. It's a picture of Vin fighting against Kolos, and also this one is a picture of Vin by Miranda Mix. I think Miranda Mix, in my opinion, she did the most accurate representation of Vin that I've ever seen. Her portrayal of Vin, like this one, is basically just how I imagine Vin in my head. So yeah, I love her artwork so much. And this one is done by Randy Vargas. I also love Randy Vargas' artwork, especially the one that he did for the Stormlight Archive. Amazing. And this is the map to the Final Empire. So cool. Yeah. And the last one is another Dragonsteel edition that I got, and it is the Hero of Ages. Yeah, this one is the most expensive book that I ever bought by myself, and I just want to say thank you so much to my patrons and also to all of you who watch my videos. Only because of you all that I managed to save some money and actually buy this book, even though this is very expensive. But you know what? It's worth it. This is the most important trilogy of my life, and I think it's worth owning a special edition to this kind of trilogy. Now, I'm actually aiming to get a Warbreaker special edition. No idea whether I will do that soon or not, because as I said, this is expensive. This book is $100, not including the shipping fee yet. And shipping fee to my place, as you can predict, is not cheap. It is not cheap. But I do have to say that I'm actually very amazed by Dragonsteel customer service and also their work ethic, because this one arrived so fast. Both Well of Ascension and also the Hero of Ages actually arrived within 5 days. 5 days after there was shipped. That's the fastest I ever received a book. That's the fastest ever. So just like The Well of Ascension, this book begins with the cover art to the US hardcover done by John Foster. See? And then after that, again, this is by Chris McGrath. This is the mass market paperback, the one that I own. And this is the one by Sam Weber. And then again, this is by Sam Weber. I'm not sure which edition for this one, but this is says it. And then this is the UK cover art by Sam Green. And this is the Japanese cover art once again. And this is the Poland edition. And also this is the Chinese edition by Jianguo. But yeah, on this one I cannot show you because this is a full spoiler. And then again, this is Vin and Elon by Miranda Mix. I really love Miranda Mix's portrayal of Vin. I think it's very accurate to the one that I see in my head. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This is all the 7 books that I got in the month of January. I'm really hoping that some of the 30 physical books that's on the way to me right now will actually arrive next month, or maybe all of them. If all of them, I'm going to make the biggest book haul ever so far. But yeah, that's all for me today. Let me know what you think about my book haul and what did you get in the month of January. As always, thank you so much for watching and thank you for your support. Bye bye.